back His Grace Vaishnava Prabhu to ISKCON Scarborough. So Prabhu was here, I think February of 2010, almost a year ago, for the Shivaratri celebrations at ISKCON Scarborough, and that was the first time we had the biggest turnout at ISKCON Scarborough, and there's no turning back. Since then we've been having amazing turnout for special programs here at ISKCON Scarborough. So again, we would warmly like to welcome His Grace Vaishnava Prabhu and his entire family again to ISKCON Scarborough. We would also like to thank His Grace Satchitananda Prabhu for an amazing kirtan. So we would kindly request you to come to ISKCON Scarborough more often, and due to weather conditions and some house programs, we don't have big turnout today, but we will definitely have more of your association, and we request you to kindly come more often to ISKCON Scarborough. Hare Krishna. Prabhu is originally from Chicago, and now he's in Canada, in Brampton area. So it's not too far, about 45 minutes drive. Thank you again, Prabhu, for bringing Prabhu as well.
Nearer than Chicago. Yes, nearer than Chicago.
Hare Krishna. So we usually have the Aarti at 8 o'clock. Today we'll have an extended program, so we'll have the Aarti around about 8:15 p.m., 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. And then of course we'll have Prasadam after that. And we'll have a few more announcements, and we'll do that after the
Christ is
We will definitely have more of your association, and we request you to kindly come more often to ISKCON Scarborough. Hare Krishna. Prabhu is originally from Chicago, and now he's in Canada, in Brampton area. So it's not too far, about 45 minutes drive. Thank you again, Prabhu, for bringing Prabhu as well.
Nearer than Chicago. Yes, nearer than Chicago.
Hare Krishna. So we usually have the Aarti at 8 o'clock. Today we'll have an extended program, so we'll have the Aarti around about 8:15 p.m., 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. And then of course we'll have Prashadam after that. And we'll have a few more announcements, and we'll do that after the...
By lack of Eastern expertise in musical instruments. So how many of you have read Brahma Samhita? Good. Yes, Jakam Takam Sanam Takam Siriksaya. We wanted to go more, but we're going to focus mostly on the fifth part of the verse. Padmanabha. Padmanabha spoke to us to Nirhari, so this is the natural person without the beginning. He was always there from the start, and there was no one there. Now, what we find, there are some human desires, like religiosity, dharma, artha, you want wealth, kama, you have desires, and moksha, you want liberation. The pure side of those desires exist along these corridors here, in purity. But they are supported by the four Vedas, which are Rig, Samas, Yajur, and Artha. Then, Anathan, Udva, Hada, from the top to the bottom, right? Dik, Vidiksu, Api, and the intimate direction, these 10 tridents, protect in the form of mantra. Manu Rupe Cha Dasavi, right? In the form of mantra, they protect this direction. So we'll talk about it a little bit. In a nutshell, we have a little understanding of Sweta Dweep and the, yes?
What is a trident?
Trident is sometime in Greek mythology, you may see the sea god has a weapon shaped like with 3 prongs. Sometimes
Shivji has it.
Shiva has it, but I'm just
Yeah.
giving this for now. The Neptune, King Neptune has that, Shiva has that, Durga has that, most of our demigods have that. It represents many things. It represents Adi Atmika, Adi Bodhika, Adi Daivika. It represents past, present, and future. It represents past, present, future. And the gunas, passion, goodness. And so different people interpret it differently. But what we know, because it's a weapon, it can either be used to attack or to defend, right? So in this instance, this weapon is used to defend and protect this Dhamma, right? So,
In the form of mantras.
in the form of mantra, Manu Rupe Cha Dasa Vedas, that we used to experience with the Supreme Lord. We have come away from that. And as Mahavishnu exhales and his golden forms, spiritual forms from his body come out and come into contact with the 5 great elements and also the mind, intelligence, and ego, our body starts to become conditioned. Our souls become conditioned. And taking birth upon birth upon birth, we start to lose the attraction for a real home. What happens, right? Those people within this 14 planetary system, which are categorized as Bur, Bhava, and Swaha, these people will move up and down those planetary systems. And those devotees, like the mystic personalities, these students and all these kind of personalities, who aspire, that means they become non-attached to the material world. They are not attracted by all these side benefits. They would move to Mahaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, etc. But devotees who are dedicated, Paramahamsa sannyasis and demons killed by Krishna, they enter into the Brahma Jyoti. These Paramahamsa sannyasis and demons killed by Krishna, Ram, they enter into the Brahma Jyoti. But that existence there is not permanent. It's a temporary existence. Now what we have around Svetadweep is an area known as the Viraja. It's around Svetadweep. It's the area between the material world and the spiritual world. Right? Now we get the devotees. So that is why we have the establishment of Navadvip. Now, why is it so important for us as Gaudiya Vaishnava devotees? Navadvip is so important because that gives us the birthplace for the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now this book, the Brahma Samhita, was found at the Adi Keshava temple in South India. Now before, when I spoke about the parampara coming down from Krishna, Nirari, Aksobhya, Jayatita, Jayadharma, Jnana Sindhu, Vidyanidhi, Rajanidhi, Dayanidhi, Rajendra, most of these people, they come from Karnataka province. Most of these people come from the south. In the early days, we had the Alvas, and then we had Yamunacharya, then we had Ramanujacharya, and we had Madhvacharya. And following them came these great personalities and kings, Vaishnava kings and Vaishnava personalities, who carried this information to Orissa, and then later on into Bengal. Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they originate from Karnataka province. So what happened? This book, Adi Keshava temple, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found the Brahma Samhita, this Adi Keshava temple has a background. Once there were two demons, Kesha and Kesi. And Vishnu decided to kill these demons. And when he killed them, the wives of the demons, they appealed to goddess Ganga. And there was another river, Tirurambaram river. So they came to attack Vishnu. But when they knew that this was Vishnu that actually killed these demons, the river split into two around the temple, forming a garland around the Adi Keshava temple, and formed a garland. And this place where this temple is found is known as Tiruvata Aru. Tiruvata Aru. That's how it gets its name, because of the two rivers that encircle this temple. And the deity in that temple, normally when you see the Vishnu deity, the head is on the left-hand side. When you're looking, it's to your left. But in this temple, the deity's head is on your right-hand side. There's only two deities like that in southern India that are designed. So anyway, coming back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Navadvip. So Navadvip is very, very important. It is non-different to Svetadvip and is non-different to Vraj. So we have to capture the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If we're living as Giriyashtas and we think that we can fool Lord Krishna by taking initiation, by trying to exploit the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, either for some monetary gain, some fame, or whatever we need to satisfy our senses, we will be struck by those 10 tridents. You'll never be allowed to enter into this Braj Dham. So never exploit the International Society for Krishna Consciousness for any personal benefit. All service has to be conducted on the pure platform of, it's going to be unalloyed, unconditional. service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Otherwise, you're not going to go to the Holy Dham. You know what you're going to get? You're just going to get a rebirth. Nehi avakama nasti pratyabhaya nagvadyate. There's no loss or diminution in this life. You know, you gain something and you get rebirth. Born in a Brahmana's family, born in an aristocratic family, because you are pious, but you are not so pure. Right? Is that what you really want? For too long, and for millions of years, we've had wives and husbands. Right? And we fought with our wives and husbands more than we fought with anybody else. Is that correct?
Running around all these 14 lokas.
Yes. Up and down. Bhurbhava swaha, Bhurbhava swaha. Up, down, up, down. Correct? Now when you take this Grihastha life, you have relatives who may not be Krishna conscious. And we have to deal with those relatives as well. And then we have people at work that may not be favorable to what we do. Apart from them, we have the government, taxation, corrupt governments around the world. Then we have the Adi Devika, the catastrophes like earthquakes and floods and tsunamis, and all these things are affecting us. Is this the place that we have become so accustomed to love? This is not our home. Our home is in the spiritual kingdom. We are making so many arrangements day to day, like real Buddhas. Real Buddhas. Because we think that this is everything. To enjoy over here. We have a little independence. And mind you, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Therefore we think like Him, we want to be like Him. We have some qualities like Him. And we think we can control, yet we are controlled by the Supreme Personality, indirectly. So even Krishna, na viyagas, sayataha. You know, prakriti na samagaha. Krishna has nothing to do with the material world, yet he's not completely cut off from the material world. Right? So, we should wake up. Jeev jago, go chandu. Kota nidra, jao maya, visa chira, kore. So we should wake up. Every Sunday, Friday, we are coming to temple. Every Friday and Sunday, Saturday. Every day we are chanting. Right? And we are coming and we are bluffing ourselves. We are truly bluffing ourselves. We are giving some consolation on a mental platform, on a sentimental platform, and saying, I go temple, I don't eat meat, I don't do these 4 principles, therefore I'm a pure devotee. Correct? But really, if Krishna, I ask this question, if Krishna stood before you right now and said, leave your family, your beautiful cars, your beautiful home, your beautiful bank balances, your association with your family, walk with me right now to Vaikuntha, how many of us can say, Krishna, I've been waiting? Very few. You know what you will think first before you give your answer. Right? So we don't have the conviction. We don't have that conviction to say when Krishna appears before us, that we will give up everything immediately and say, let's go. This material world is a dump. I've had too much. I've had too much of this material life. Please take me, Krishna, back to my home. But it's not that easy. It's easy and not that easy. Krishna says this divine nature of mine is very difficult to overcome. Yet for one who is surrendered to me, he can cross over it as walking in the footprint of a cow. Right? So Krishna is calling this simply your love. Pure love. Uncontaminated service. So what we say, Bhakti Mam Abhijanati, that means you cannot. And ask yourself, am I really serving the Lord, or I'm trying to exploit the Lord? Am I really serving, or I'm trying to exploit? Why do I come to the temple? Do I come to the temple because Krishna is short of something that I'm coming to give him? He's full in himself. All opulences, all beauty, all fame, all strength, all wealth, all knowledge and all renunciation. He's complete. Om Purna Purnam. Yeah, he's complete in himself. Right? He doesn't want anything. He simply wants our love. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? So there's management here at this temple. Everyone at the end of this class should approach the management and say, how can I serve the Lord through the medium of this temple, which is none other than Vrindavan itself. Wherever there's Krishna and Radha, that becomes Vrindavan. Correct? Right? So therefore, practice here. Right here. How many of you take the time to raise funds for this temple? How many of you try to distribute books for this temple? How many of you try to make nice food preparations for the temple? You have to do more. In fact, when the time of death comes, your friends will come, chant Hare Krishna, and somebody will say, he's gone to Vrindavan Dham. He's not gone. I heard this many times, many funerals. Those not so pure devotees, the speaker is saying, he was such a wonderful devotee, he does this, that, and he's gone. He's not going. He's taking birth again in a higher class of devotees. So if you want to really exit and go back to Sri Vrindavan Dham, you have to purify your consciousness. You got to love every living entity, starting with the people right in your own home. You first start making peace with the relatives in your own home. Give them respect. Become more tolerant. One should be more tolerant than a tree, lower than the grass on the street. We offer respects to all other people. Is that correct, Prabhu? Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shiksha Astitam, has got all the verses for us to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. So today can be a good start. I know there's the Pongal celebration today, is that correct? Like some big celebration is going on. The start of a new year, is that correct? Right? So let this be a new year today. Do not hate. We should love every living entity. We shouldn't bear judgment on anybody. We shouldn't criticize. We shouldn't fall fine. You know, sometimes we look tall because we stand on other people's shoulders. Correct? We should not be able to chop the legs of other people, bring them down so we look higher. Criticism is a thing, it comes from envy. When we see somebody doing good, or singing nice, or talking nice, or doing some wonderful work, or they're a very opulent family, etc., we shouldn't find fault with them. We should praise them for the wonderful qualities that they have. So we should forget about criticism. It's a new year coming. We should expand our love to every living entity. But we have to start by chanting the holy names of the Lord faithfully and sincerely every day. Now, how many of you, I don't ask this question because we don't point out those who are not chanting, but we'd like to recommend, if you are not chanting the holy names of Krishna, start today. There's japa beads on that shelves there. You can purchase them from the temple. Start today chanting. There's no other God than Krishna. He is the only God. He is the only God. If you are going to other temples and you're looking for some material benefits, oh, I need to go to this temple because they have this puja today, I need to go to that temple for the... Because you don't understand that when Brahma appeared in the material, in the world, there was no God. It was all empty. When Brahma appeared, it was all empty. It was all darkness. And it was only Krishna that he knew. Because Krishna spoke to him and initiated him by giving him the Gayatri mantra through the mechanism of the flute, and Brahma received it. So there was no God before that. Krishna is the only God. And everyone else are expansions. Is indirect expansion to direct expansions. There's no need to go to anyone else. Adi Purusham. Sarva Karna Karna. If you have this conviction, you have this faith in the Lord, and you give your surrender to the process of performing service for this temple, offering your service. Start with offering services here. We need to grow this temple. Scarborough, Markham, and all the surrounding it has a huge population. Huge. So much of room to serve. And the service way we will purify our existence and we'll go back to Krishna. We really want to go back. So thank you very much. I think that we are behind in the Aarti. So I want to thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
We have still time. We can take a couple of questions.
Right down. Is it a portion of the spiritual sky?
The spiritual sky, the entire creation, got two components, the spiritual world and the material world. The material universe comprises 25% of the total creation, and the spiritual world comprises of 75%. So spiritual world is like a jail. Few people live in the jail, not the whole population lives in the jail. Is that correct? So spiritual world has more people than this material world, which is like a jail. So Vraj Mandala is all in the spiritual world. And Vrindavan in India is no different than Gokul of India is no different than Goloka of the spiritual world. Is that okay, or do I need?
I was thinking about it is a portion of the spiritual. My understanding was the portion.
Which?
Raj.
It is the topmost, okay, Golokul Vrindavan is the topmost part of the spiritual world, surrounded by many, many Vaikuntha planets. And the Vaikuntha planets, in total with Golokul, is surrounded by the aura given by the millions and millions of devotees who give this brilliant light that surrounds all the Vaikunthas. And it is that light that the people want to merge into, the Brahma Jyoti. That surrounds the Vaikuntha. Surrounding this all is the Viraja. And then come the earthly planets, the material world. But Vaikuntha is topmost, but topmost in Vaikuntha is Golokul Vrindavan. Like that.
One more.
Yes, sir.
Brahma Samhita is one of the chapters of outer hand.
Brahma Samhita, what we have is a very small portion of a vast commentary.
So what happened to the other chapters?
You know, maybe when our minds reach a higher level, they may be revealed to us. At the moment, even Brahma Samhita is so hard to tolerate. So, what I'm saying is, because we are in a Kali Yuga, where we do not have the fine brain tissue like the previous Satya Yuga, Dwapara, etc., we have received limited knowledge, as much as we can tolerate.
Even then you can't understand it properly.
And even Brahma Samhita needs a dictionary when you're trying to read that. So we try to make some effort of trying to share this information. Because, you know, Shivratri is coming and Gaur Punya is coming, we need to understand the origin of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Samhita we get the origin of Lord Shiva, which is, you know, his form is the dim reflection of all this Vaikuntha, all this energy, this aura from the Mahavishnu, this Jyoti Linga, Jyoti Rupa, this halo. And even there's another halo, which is a reflection of the super halo. And that reflection is Lord Shiva, Shambhu. Jyotirlinga Shambhu Bhagavan, Bhagavan Shambhu. Like that. And even that Shiva is expanded further into Brahma and comes out as Rudra when Brahma gets angry. And Shankara, we get Hankara, hankering. Shankara is a cause in Brahma Samhita of the egoistic nature in us. Shankara, Ahankara, Atmika, Vishvam, Tasya Etat Vyajyate. From Shankara, he comes on and he brings this egoistic principle into all living entities. And you know this Shiva Lingam, Jyoti, Ya, Yoni, Sabha, Shakti, Kama Bija, Maha, Dharat, that this actual union on the planet here is a perverted reflection of the creative process that takes place in the spiritual world. When the Mahavishnu is an expansion of Shankasan, and Shankasan expansion of Balaram, and Balaram is expansion of Krishna, so you can see Krishna's direct and indirect connection with creation. Krishna wants to create, and he's consulting with Rama Devi, the chit potency, internal potency, which is further reflected as Shakti, Durga, Uma, etc. in the material world. So this potency of Mahavishnu, this glow that's coming out of him, the shadow, that's the Shiva. And this Shiva is the male generating force expanded from Mahavishnu. It enters into the Pradhan, the material energy. Pravyoma is the spiritual side and Pradhan is the material energy. So when the spiritual energy in the male form is entering into the material energy, pradam, you get the symbol of the Shiv Lingam. That is the symbol. Like that. So, Haribol. So that's for another, on Shivratri maybe we can discuss that, right? But it's there. Rama Devi, Narayan Shah Bhagavan, Apastashmat, Sanatanath, etc., etc. It's all Brahma Samhita. You take time, try and get Brahma Samhita, or tell the temple management, please supply some books on Brahma Samhita, and try and grasp this treasure, amazing treasure that we have. Again, thank you. We have to wait for the conch shell?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can talk.
Actually, it is simplified Brahma Samhita, what we are reading now. Originally it was written Bhaktivedanta Saraswati
Yes.
Goswami Maharaj.
Yes.
Nobody cannot understand.
Correct.
That language is such a high standard. Even Britishers, they can't understand the language.
Correct. On his appearance there. By the way, I'm not not going to commercial right now, but Prabhuji is very nice in giving song, and we have some CDs here. Later you want to get them. Prabhuji would like to give some Lakshmi to the temple on the sale of the CDs. There's only 10 here. I told him bring 20, but we only got 10.
Deep that if you can understand, even get a little glimpse, you're actually getting a glimpse of Golok.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
You're getting
It's a map.
of your home.
Yes.
Of your home. Your original home is in the spiritual sky. We are wasting our time here. But that old age is easy. But that old age is easy. But that old age is easy. It's getting on. We are wasting our time. Wasting our time. You fast forward till you're 90 years. Go visit any hospital. Go visit any long-term care facility. And go and see the people who were great CEOs of major corporations, who were great artists, painters, singers, dancers, all kinds of executives and great people, rich people. Go to these facilities and see them with cancer, see them with all kinds of deformities, lying there, no people to visit them. Nobody to visit them. They are forgotten, put away. We don't want to be like that.
What is the use of having so much of material opulence?
I spoke to a nurse the other day, and she said the daughter of one of the people residing at these long-term care facilities phoned the nurse and said, "Wish my mother a happy Christmas for me."
Jeez.
So what do you think?
Yeah. It's sad.
Our children will have lives of their own. The higher education we give them, the more materialistic they may. Two things can happen to your children. They can become too materialistically attached, or they may become materialistically attached and devotionally attached. That will be the best deal. But if they get attracted to the material side, we have a great responsibility. Husbands have a great responsibility to the wives, and parents have a great responsibility to the children, to make the whole environment God conscious. That is our sole and only responsibility. The children have only come into our lives for one reason, to advance their Krishna consciousness. Any other activity is putting them in jail. Simple as that. Simple as that. So try and get your children as God conscious as possible. Putra. Putra is there to save the father of the planet Put.
One of believers from the fourth planet.
Absolutely. So we have a serious responsibility.
Give this presentation. We have this time. Yeah. Then next time. That's fine. This time.
Okay, ask the question.
It's complicated.
No, ask.
It's Goloka.
Yes.
Now, when we are looking at this map here, how is it that in Goloka, the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and the Trigona can enter?
No, the
Can you get to that
Dharma,
column?
they're not entering. They originate from there. They are in the purest form there.
Pure form.
I said clearly.
Yeah,
I said they are in the purest form. And the perfected reflection of that exists in the material world. There's no liberation, there's no moksha. Because those people are already liberated. There's only three forms, Kama, Dhamma and Artha. Right? That exist there in its pure form. But it's pervertedly reflected in the
contaminated.
Jaya Gaurani Pai, 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 Jaya Hare वंदे रूप सनातन जो श्री जीव गोपाल गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड की गोवर्धन की, श्री बोलो श्री वृंदावन धाम की, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्री गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, बोलो श्री राधा गोपीजन वल्लभ की, वृंदावन धाम की, श्री मायापुर धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, बोलो वृंदावन तुलसी महारानी की, गंगा माई की, जमुना माई की, भक्ति देवी की, समावेश गौर भक्त वृंद की। All glories to the soul devotees, all glories to the soul devotees, all glories to the soul devotees, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. Namaste. की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि।
Plate now, empty plate now. No.
Hari Hari
हमारे